Welcome back to High Cheese, Mets news, baseball news. He did it. He fucking did it. Steve Cohen just doesn't stop spending money. He opened his wallet, he turned it upside down, and he said, take it. Just take it. Luxury tax? I don't give a shit. Steve Cohen doesn't give a F about nothing. Let's go, Mets go. Let's talk about the signings, baby. Let's talk about signing season, aka Mets season, baby. How are we, Bobby? How are we? Steve went fishing, and he caught himself a fat Nimmo.
He had a good week.
We found him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. The week going. So Verlander got signed, and then we were like, all right, we'll bide our time.
Yeah.
And then we had a crazy day where rumors were swirling that the Mets were far away from Nimmo, that that Nimmo was not going to be back in the orange and blue, and we were kind of talking about that being a possibility, and I for sure thought after Jake went and I don't know, I was very, when that other news broke about, not news, but when they were saying that the Mets are further apart from Nimmo, I was very scared.
I kind of discussed this with you too. It's one of those things, like, once the season ended, I was pretty positive we would sign Diaz, but like Nimmo was the one. I knew he wanted to be back, but I also like got nervous, like you said, once Colorado was like throwing 200s out there. Right?
No.
Like there was a lot of teams that wanted Nimmo with a very slim center field market.
Yeah, so no center fielder market.
Yeah. So like Nimmo pretty much dominated it, and I don't know what the final defining factor was, but I'd like to think it was strictly the
Mets, New York Mets, dude.
The loyalty and
and all of a sudden
Mr. Nimmo probably had a good conversation, like they treated you right, like.
Yep. Wyoming born, he's just like, you got to pay them respect, buddy.
Yeah, right, exactly. Just like, well, they've done right by you. You're going to do right by them.
Yeah. And then it was like 9:30, something like that, and scrolls across, and I was just like, holy shit.
It's a nice price tag. It's a nice price tag for the Mets.
Oh, really? I saw people giving shit to it. I'm like, dude, I will take that guy in when he has become an elite center fielder. Like, he is now that. Like last season, like he became that elite center fielder. We get a whole season of that for 7 years. We get this guy. Like, I'll take that. I'll take that deal 10 out of 10.
With now a solidified right fielder in Marte. Like, no more of this, like, oh, he could play center, because he did not want to play center.
No, he made that clear. But I mean, I like that even when the rumors started swirling, I saw something. I don't know if it was Marlon Marte's camp. I don't know if it was the Mets camp just being like, Sterling can play center. Like, Sterling could do that. I don't know if that was Sterling being like, I'll handle it if I need to. Like,
I think that's what it was. Like, he really
I don't want to,
last year. Yeah.
So Nimmo's a Met, and we get to have someone who's a rare breed of franchise player, realistically. He's going to be 37, 38. He might get another contract, but I could see the Mets being like, dude, here, just run it out with us.
Yeah.
Then again, that's hopeful wishing. That's me just wishing to have a franchise player, because that's epic. That this is you don't get that anymore. You don't get that anymore.
It's nice.
It's cool. It's just cool, dude. It's just so cool.
The goal is to win here, and that's why big reason why we decided to stick around and to be able to start your career with someone, be able to finish your career with the same team. That's something really, really special.
That's it sounds stupid, and that's oh, that's cool, but it is, dude.
No, and here's the thing. I was talking to Dad. He's the heart of our team. Like, I know there's other players that may come up bigger situations, but in terms of the heart, the character, and like the love of the game, and just like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
was telling somebody,
he's the thorough of like
everything. I was telling somebody he may not be like the voice or the face, but I said the same kind of thing. I didn't say heart, but like he's the soul of the Mets team. Where it's just where he just gives it his all. The dude's always got something, never has anything bad to say about anybody. Always the biggest smile on his face every time he stands up there. Before we got smile at shortstop, we had smiles out in the outfield, buddy.
Yeah,
we had Nimmo just cheesing.
Yeah,
can't beat it. Can't beat that energy.
Nothing fires me up more than
watching him walk. Every time he walks, because every time he walks, I love that shit. I love that it drives people nuts. I love that it drives fan nuts. I love that every year, without question, you'll get those people who don't watch the Mets often, or you're out of market, and they're like, "What's this fucking guy doing running to first every walk?" You gonna learn.
Wait for next year. We play every AL team.
They're all gonna be like, "Who's this asshole?"
Yeah, like, why is he doing this? What is this?
That's right. OPS God doesn't care about your bullshit. He'll run to first every time he wants.
Yeah.
And then I think it was the next night we had. It was a whirlwind because all of a sudden we're buzzing about Nimmo and we're excited and we're hearing stuff about Coda here and there. Steve Cohen did not hear no bell. Every other team's just like, this is uncalled for. What's going on, Steve? Knock it off. Because we signed Kodai Senga, 5 years, $75 million, which is so much less than I thought he was going to go for. Granted, I know he hasn't pitched in Major League. I know that there's I know that there's that group of people who go, Japanese baseballs are smaller than American baseballs, which is true. However, is it exactly? Will it make much of a difference? It might. I don't know. But when you have the possibility of someone who could be an ace on literally 20 teams in baseball, and he's your number 3, sign me up. Sign me up for that shit.
Triple-digit fastball with like apparently one of the filthiest splitter fork balls, whatever you want
to
call it.
The ghost fork or whatever. Yeah, dude.
I've heard people call it a splitter, others call it the ghost fork, others call it just a straight fork.
Call it a ghost fork because that sounds badass as shit, dude.
Yeah.
Sure. So we signed him to a 5-year deal. The potential here, the upside of this contract is crazy.
Insane. The low side, honestly, his floor is like Bassett. You know what I mean? Like, which is an incredible floor.
I would have loved to sign Bassett. He's signed with the Jays. What was it? A 3 year? I don't forget what it was.
I think it was a 4 year. Or no,
4 year?
3 or 4 year. But you know, he got his money. He was in the 20s. And
and this was after we had signed Coda, so it was kind of he was out of the. I mean, we knew he was looking for years.
I believe Kodai
and decent money. Kodai. Kodai makes sense. I at the end of it. But yeah, so once we signed him, Bassett wasn't going to happen. So I'm pumped to see him in the AL East, watch him fuck up the Yankees here and there.
And then to add to that, we added another sub-3 pitcher who's just consistent as hell for the last decade in Quintana.
Yeah. I was excited about that signing. It was cool. But it's gonna be he's the tail end now. He's number 5, I guess. I saw they're also shopping Cookie,
he would
but
be your 4.
He would be 4.
Yeah, after Senga, right? You go
over Cookie,
Verlander, Scherzer. Yeah, Cookie would round it out in the 5th. Dude, this dude started for the Cardinals in their wild card game last year. You know, like he's got filthy stuff. He's
the only reason they they lost the wild card game, dude. They lost game 1 to the Phillies.
I understand. I'm just saying he started game 1.
All right, so they have hope. So they had hope in him. Yeah, okay, yeah, I get it.
He's a sub-3 pitcher. Like he's got the stuff.
Yeah.
And then we added bullpen on.
It's exciting. Like, the bullpen on. So we traded with that. Traded with for the Ray guy, right? Was it RALEY? Brooks Raley, and then we got we signed from the Phillies, Robertson. Took one of their cats. You take one of ours, we take one of yours. You take Taiwan, we get Robertson.
I'd rather have Robertson with the pitching staff we have, and Robertson.
I mean, that's the thing.
Got lefty and Raley, like
now we just need a bat. But Steve Cohen's gonna do it. That's the thing. That's the thing. This whole
7, 8, 9 between Raley, Peterson, and Diaz.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I'm so curious because now the rotation is like 7, 8 arms deep. So do you start shopping people? Do you start moving people to the pen?
I think
a lot of questions moving forward. Exciting to have this many questions with your team with all these players.
I think once they got Justin Verlander, their plan kind of shifted a bit because Houston ran the 6-man rotation last year, which gave Verlander extra time between starts, which kind of allowed him to go the length that he was able to go.
I'm curious. What I'm curious though is Scherzer, because Scherzer is so locked in his ways and such a hardo about like, I'm like, no, this is when I do this. This is when I do this. Is when so I could see them being like, we're doing a 6-man, and Max being like, no, I'm pitching on the 6th day. What are you talking about? Or the 5th day? Like looking to get that ball. Granted, I guess you could just, but that would be weird. Just like having him jump around the rotation to make that start.
He's also older. Like
true, I could. He might be like, fuck it.
You gotta be like,
Yeah, true.
Father time comes for all, man.
That is true. Well, thanks for tuning in to High Cheese, guys. Exciting stuff from the off season. Crazy people going everywhere. We'll see what happens. What do you got?
I get to keep this. I had to get rid of the Jake thing.
Same. I forgot. Let's go.
Let's go.
I got a slither of your baseball.
This has to get tossed. But
no, you keep it. Just put a name over it and cover the numbers, and you can be a smacks counter.
I should give it to Jimmy and have him paint like the
other eye.
Yeah,
there you go.
And do like a Scherzer on the back and just make it a Scherzer counter.
Bingo. Let us know what you think of these moves. Brendan Nimmo, who's your favorite addition this offseason? Who is your favorite Met addition so far this offseason? There's a lot of options. Got a lot of options. Let us know down below. Like and subscribe. We'll see you guys soon. We'll be back soon with some more Met content, more baseball content. Hopefully, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we do some breaking stuff in a week or two when we're like, holy shit, we got a bat.